The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. Here's the rookie out of Arkansas. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Bengals bring out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's fielded at the 45. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. The Ravens are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
For me, it's just easier to do it on my phone, cast it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But
you can't turn that corner.
Charles, if they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jefferson going to go in motion right. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Only 4 yards on that gain, but, you know, a lot of people would say that's like getting 9 in normal circumstances since this was 1st and 5.
Yeah, now your playbook's wide open here, 2nd and very short.
Yeah, I still don't think that you can count it in the stats that way at contract time.
No, it still goes down as 4, not 9. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is holding strong, but they're going to need 1 more stop, maybe 2 more stops. And where the ball is on the field, the offensive playbook remains wide open. They've got to be alert for anything.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. A great effort there. with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Thank you.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit.
Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let me finish this. Okay,
Second quarter for Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Goddamn.
On play action, they'll throw. Now this is going to be hauled in by the tight end.
No, if he throws it outside, it's let's go now.
Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year.
Yeah.
And the Ravens are able to
we clicked on him. He made a good throw.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more.
You gotta take the easy money, man. We trying to take your top off too much. Really tried to establish the run the whole first quarter, and it didn't work. So we got a new game plan for the next 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Show me something, boys. Let's go.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here.
Show me something, boys. Let's go.
Because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Looking to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
Oh, God.
It's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Second and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Look at this thing.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early. Today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw.
Better throw it outside.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And now they'll shift things around. They run the option on second down. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Now a second and 10. They're going to look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Runs through the contact. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A first throw for the backup, Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 6.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Back to throw here.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another
good.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Ravens have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Tucker with the extra point. And that makes this 35-0 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Get on his ass. Yeah.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Burrow will throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Down the left sideline. He may go.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 42-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to look deep down the field. And drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Burrow. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Well, just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter, I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
2nd and 6. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Bengals are able to claw one back. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter.
42, Bengals 7. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll look to throw.
Wow.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now.
And got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Now it's Burrow. He's going to let it go again. This is intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
He's got a man complete. Now he's loose again. And all the way in for a Ravens Bengals touchdown. A big play there. 93 yards. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Right back to him on first down. Down to about the 45. Second down and 6 now. Now Burrow changing things up here. From the 45 on second down. Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 17-yard line. Here's Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. He's into space past the 15. Now he's free up the left sideline. And he'll take this all the way out to the 38-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
But I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. That one complete. It's tanked down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout is isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
59 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. In motion right, that's Dell. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Second and 11. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now it's Burrow. Wide open receiver, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
First down, Cincinnati.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the option left, it's Burrow. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
So the final seconds tick away in this ball.
First, second, Hunger Games, the last Hunger Games.
Oh, okay.